Welcome to my office, everyone. My name is Sabrina Fu. I'm a collegiate professor here at UMUC. I'm concerned about the high attrition rate for 100 level classes here at UMUC. So I hope that providing a more personal introduction will be able to get off on a good start, and hopefully more of you will successfully complete this course. Okay, so my first point I want to make is that science is not intuitive. Most people do not think of molecules and electrons and atoms and waves. I mean, properties of waves are definitely non-intuitive. So you really need to dedicate quality 6 to 9 hours per week to this class. You really should be dedicating 6 to 9 hours per week for each one of your classes, but definitely for non-intuitive classes such as science, and especially if you're weak in science. You can start off by making sure that you have ordered this book. This is the book that we'll be using for this course, Physical Science by Hewitt, Shakowski, and Hewitt. Okay, make sure you order it right away if you have not already done so, and begin reading it. And it also comes with a workbook that's really good at helping you work out scientific problems. Now, I know that you guys are all very busy, so I try to offer flexibility. The flexibility deal is this: I will always give you an extension on your projects as long as you email me before the project is due and we work out an agreeable due date. We really don't want to submit something more than a week late, or you'll be very far behind. So I will always say yes to late submissions as long as you ask me before the due date of the project. Okay? Now, I also try to help students by making sure that any misconceptions are corrected. And I try to correct them promptly in the classroom. So I really do read everything in the classroom, but I can't read everything right away. So if you have an urgent question, please post in the Questions for Dr. Fu conference. Now, I do read everything in conferences and study groups and workbooks, so I will eventually respond to everything that needs responding from a professor in all sections of the classroom. Okay, now I have a quote back to all comment for each topic that we discuss in the conference. And the back to all comment is meant to both provide corrections, input like great job on this, or gentle correction that you might want to, that this was a little confusing. I try to comment back to everybody who has provided input for that conference. And I also provide a summary in my back to all comment. It's really advantageous to you to read the summary and definitely read the corrections. And often I'll make comments and corrections before the back to all, but for all conferences, for all conference topic, I definitely provided back to all summary and corrections and acknowledgement for all of my classes. Okay, I also try to use different modes of learning, because I know that just reading can be really boring. So I provide podcasts for some of my classes, definitely videos for all of my classes. Some of the videos are already on the internet. Some of the videos I've made to supplement your reading and to also reinforce what you've learned through a different mode, through the auditory and visual mode. So please take a look at the videos that I've made. They should also be advantageous to you. Now, finally, I'd like you to note that grades are based on the quality of the answer you provided to the questions asked. Grades are not a personal thing. I've given great grades to people I do not respect, and I've given awful grades to people that I really, really admire. But my job as a professor is to grade what's in front of me. So, for example, if somebody's in a rush and make a statement such as molecules are made up of molecules bonded together, I cannot give credit for that, because that is a nonsense sentence. Okay, so please take the time to proofread what you wrote and use words correctly. Okay, to help me give better grades, because I really hate giving poor grades, just read the questions carefully and make sure you've answered them. And have somebody, a colleague, your spouse, even your children, read your answers and see if they think you've answered it, if you've answered it fully. Okay, now I hope that this video has shown you that I do provide flexibility in your busy schedule by allowing you to, work with me on things that you can't turn in on time just because you have a busy life. Okay, and I also provide corrections to misconceptions that you made. Don't take the corrections personally. If I don't make corrections, I wouldn't be doing my job. If you're allowed to think that your incorrect statement is correct, you wouldn't be learning. Also, I try to provide different modes of learning, such as the videos that I've made, And also I will provide other resources, such as the Writing Center. The Effective Writing Center is a great resource at UMUC to use. But what I will not do is lower academic standards. I cannot give grades just because you're a nice person. That's not the job of a professor. What I will do is grade what's in front of you and grade fairly. And I do really want to have all of you have passing grades, but you need to help me by coming into this class regularly and doing your work. Now, you guys have all worked hard to obtain the money or the scholarship to go to UMUC. Now, just take quality time to do well in all of your classes. Good luck this semester, and have a great 2010.